All right, good morning, everyone. We're going on the record now in this case. Let me first confirm through our tech people, is the matter being live streamed and is the feed working properly? We get a confirmation on that. Presume it is. Madam Court Reporter, are you ready? All right. Okay, and I just got a confirmation as well that the matter is being broadcast per the court's order. This is case CR 22-21-1624, State of Idaho versus Lori. So the court would note, as part of the conduct order, there's a prohibition against any kind of disruptive behavior. So no outbursts or other types of acts will be tolerated in this sentencing hearing. We'll maintain order as we did throughout these proceedings in this case and throughout the trial as well. So I appreciate all of the presence of our bailiffs here to enforce the order, and I would ask the compliance of all those in attendance to follow carefully those admonishments in the court's order. Another matter I'll bring up as we start for the sentencing hearing over last week on Friday and through the weekend, there were some motions filed. There was an objection to the pre-sentence report and a motion to strike victim impact statements. The court took up the pleadings of those, and given the timing and without adequate time to respond and have a hearing, court went through the matters and issued orders on both of those motions. So I consider them resolved, but let me just confirm with counsel. Mr. Wood, did the state receive copies of the court's orders pertaining to those two motions?
Yes, we did.
All right. And Mr. Thomas, did the defense receive those orders as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you, counsel. And with the sentencing hearing today, I'll go through some procedural history of the case first. Ms. Vallow, at the time of your arraignment in this case, which was on April 19th, 2022, you were informed that an indictment had been filed against you by the state of Idaho, charging you with the following crimes: 2 counts of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and grand theft by deception, 2 counts of first-degree murder, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and 1 count of grand theft. At the time of your arraignment, you were advised of the potential penalties involved with those charges, your constitutional rights, your plea options, and the legal consequences of exercising each of those options. You pled not guilty to the charges. Later, during trial, an amended indictment was filed by the state. A jury trial in your case took place in Ada County, Idaho, with jury selection beginning March 27th of this year, 2023. And as I mentioned, during the trial, an amended indictment had been filed. The case was submitted to the jury for their deliberations on May 11th of this year, and on May 12th, the jury returned their verdict, finding you guilty of the following counts of that amended indictment. Count 1, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder of Tylee Ryan and grand theft by deception. Count 2, first-degree murder of Tylee Ryan. Count 3, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder of Joshua Jackson Vallow and grand theft by deception. Count 4, first-degree murder of Joshua Jackson Vallow.
We know from her phone and from witnesses she loved her children intensely. She was physically active, and she was kind. This court laid out the procedural history of the case. I'm just going to briefly touch on some dates that are important to the state and we think are important in terms of sentencing. The defendant met Chad Daybell in October of 2018, and within a year, her husband Charles Vallow was dead, her children were dead, and her boyfriend's wife was dead. In late August, early September 2019, the defendant moved to Rexburg with Tylee and JJ and her co-conspirator and brother Alex Cox. Tylee was last seen on September 8th, 2019, and JJ was last seen September 22nd, 2019. Tammy Daybell was last.
Double check, counsel, and allow the defense to comment on that as well when they have their opportunity to speak. All right, we'll consider the recommendations of the state submitted at this time. I'm going to take a morning break at this point. We do have a court reporter that has to take down all of this verbatim, which is a large task, and others may need to use the restroom. I'll note that given all of the people here, the facilities we have, that it will take some time. So I'll plan on a 30-minute recess, and then I'll have the defense, if they're ready to make their recommendations after the recess. Is that all right, Mr. Thomas?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll take our recess then. And
prison, we'd recommend they run concurrent with each other and with the imposition of death in this case. We would also recommend restitution in the amount of $130,000 to Life Map and $300,000 to Primerica. As part of that, we would also recommend a waiver of any fines or court costs in this matter in order to allow restitution to be paid if any money is available to go towards that.
all right, thank you for the state's sentencing recommendations. Mr. Pryor, does the defense wish to make sentencing recommendations as to, I'll do them collectively, counts 7 and 9, the insurance fraud counts?
No, Judge, there's nothing further. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, is there any objection to the requested restitution amounts of $130,000 and $300,000?
Judge, we may need to set that out at this point, but I'll let the court know if that changes.
All right, I'll permit 30 days for the scheduling of a contested.
So many lives have been touched in the negative way. There is devastation and destruction surrounding this case. 3 deaths. And my heart aches. It truly does, as does the rest of my team, Jim and Brandon and all of our experts. We ache